Hi guys, welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got a great one for you today. Somebody's been asking about conditional logic with the Divi contact form here. So we put one together. Conditional logic is great. You can ask questions and depending on the way people answer, you can add more or less. For instance, I've got a question here, do you like cars? If they say no, it's just going to pop up with why don't you like cars? If they say yes, it's going to have some more options. Brand, Ford or Toyota. If they put Ford in there, it's got F-150 or an Edge. If they put Toyota in there, it's got a Tundra or a Camry. If they click on one of these, it's going to ask them what color they like. If they select a color, it's going to ask them if they want more information. If they say no, nothing's going to happen. If they say yes, it's going to ask them for their telephone number. Very simple example of conditional logic, but I'm sure you get the idea. So let's build one. It's really easy. I'm going to enable my Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's go down and we'll delete the one that we have here. I'm going to hit the little black button to add a new contact form. There's our contact form. By default, it puts in a name, an email, and a message field up here. I'm going to leave those just as they are. You can give it a title if you want to. Put your success message in there, something like message sent or whatever it is that when they've submitted it. You can put what your submit button wants to say down there. I'm happy with mine to say submit. Of course, the important part is the email address. This is where you want it to be sent to. So it'll be you at your email. That's where it's going to get sent to. And you can set a message pattern. We've covered this before by doing double percentages in the field in there and have whatever you want in your email when you get it. You can redirect there. Don't want to redirect, I'm going to use my success message. Spam protection, it puts in a basic captcha. You can use a third-party protection service such as Google Recaptcha if you want to. You'll have to have an API key with that. And that's the basics there. Let's start adding some fields now. Okay, I'm going to add a new field. I'm going to call it cars. And for the title, I'm going to say, do you like cars? Like I say, I'm going to keep this very simple. I'm going to do it mostly with radio buttons today, just for the examples. And design-wise, layout, I'm going to keep mine not full width. Great. So if we go down to the field options here, I'm going to use radio buttons. You can use checkboxes, email fields, drop downs, anything you want here. And the first one, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to add another one. I'm going to say no. With radio buttons, you can select one or the other. I'm not going to make it a required field because it may throw up a flag if they don't select one of them. Okay, when we're happy, I'm going to save that. Let's add another new field now. And we'll give them some brands, some car brands. We'll say what brand. And again, we'll go down to the field options. I'm going to use radio boxes again, or radio buttons I should say, and we'll say Ford and Toyota. Obviously you can add as many or as few as you wish, and again I'm not going to make it required. I'm going to make it not full width so it appears over here. Great. Now if we go back to the content of this field that we just created here and hit the conditional logic button, I'm going to enable it. And relation wise, you can have any relation or it can have to meet all of the requirements. I'm going to say any. And if we look down here at the rules, it's got our little fields. So it says, do you like cars? If it equals yes, then this field is going to pop up here. So let's add another field. This time I'll just add a regular text field. So I'm going to hit that. And I'm just going to call this one Y. I'm going to say, why don't you like cars? Field options. I'm going to make it just a regular input field so they can type text in there. You can choose a minimum length and a maximum length, and you can decide what symbols you want in there. I'm going to allow all at the moment. I'm not going to have it as a required field, but this one I'm actually going to leave full width so they can fill it out. Now if we go back here, we want to add a bit of conditional logic. So we're back in this field right here. I'm going to close up the options. I'm going to go down to conditional logic. I'm going to enable it. And it's going to say, do you like cars equals no. So this is going to pop up only if they say that they don't like cars. So let's add a few more. Back to the content. We'll save our changes. We'll go back to the content here. And we've given them Ford and Toyota. Let's ask them which brands they actually want. So again, I'm going to use, we've got cars T for Toyota. And let's say, do you prefer? And the field options. Again, I'm going to use a little radio button. And we'll say F-150 and Edge. It's the only two Fords I know. I don't want to make it a required field. And we'll make it not full width. And the conditional logic for this one, if we enable it, is if they select the Toyota button. Oh, sorry, if they select the Ford button, because those are Ford cars. So, what brand equals Ford? That's great. We save that, go back to our content here. We'll just pull this down to where I want it, which is below there. I'll put the message at the bottom and just left clicking and dragging to where we want them. So that was cars T. Actually, it should have been cars F, but that's okay. We can go in there, we'll change that. I'm going to save that. I'm actually going to duplicate it. There it is. This one I'll call cars T for Toyota. And in our field options, we got F-150. Let's change that to whatever Toyota is. I think it's a Tundra. And let's perhaps say Camry. And again, we don't want it a required field. That's great. So for the conditional logic on this one, what brand equals Toyota? And that will pop up if they select Toyota. Great, well we'll just add one more. In fact, we'll add two more. So we'll save that. I'm going to add a regular text field. I'm going to add another field. I'm going to call it info. And let's say, would you like more information? Spell it right. And the field options, again, I'll just use a radio button. I'm keeping this very simple today. Yes. And we'll have another one as no. And what we'll do is we'll have this pop up if they select either Ford or Toyota. If they select any of the F-150, Edge, Tundra or Camry. So if we go down to conditional logic for that one. So we're going to say, do you prefer equals is not empty. So if they fill out any of do you prefer on that one, we're going to add another one, which is the other do you prefer. We'll say is not empty. That way if they fill out any of those, this new field's going to pop up here, which says would you like more information. So we'll save that. And if they would like more information, let's get their telephone number. So let's add a new field. And we'll just call it phone. And we'll say, what is your best phone? This one, we'll leave it as an input field so they can put their phone number in there. We only want them to be able to put in numbers as it's a telephone number. I'm not going to make it required again, but I will leave it full width over here in design. And here it is right here. Now the logic on this one is if they select, they would like to have more information. So if we select our information, would you like more information? If that equals yes, this field will pop up. And you continue going on and going on. This is a very simple example. Let's go back to our fields now. And I want to have the message text area at the bottom. There we go. So that's what we've got. Let's see if it's going to work on the front end. So we'll save our changes here. Save the page changes. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. There's our little form. You can fill out the name, email. Do you like cars? If they say no, it's going to ask them why they don't like cars. If they say yes, what brand? Ford, F-150. Would you like more information? We did colours and things in our earlier one. I've just kept this very simple. Or if they select Toyota, it's going to say Tundra or Camry. And again, if they like more information, if they select no, nothing's going to happen. If they select yes, what's your best phone number? And they can put a number in there. And that's a very simple way of using conditional logic on your forms, and you can really get some great things going here. You can get some surveys and all kinds of things going to find out more about your customers' needs. So there you go, guys. There is how to use a bit of conditional logic with the Divi form. I hope you've enjoyed this and found it useful today. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them below. I'll do my best to answer them for you or make a demo video. Once again, this has been Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.